Hey, what's up you guys? It is the little onion that could, and welcome back to my channel. So today we've got a lot to discuss. We are going to go over all of Monday's updates for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. The Flantastic 7 medals are here. The new Terra, Aqua, and Ventus are here. We've got a high score challenge. We've got the Organization 13 battle event. We've got some new skill boards and a plethora of other stuff. But before we get into the video, you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe if you like my Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Dark Road content, and if you want to see more, definitely show us some love. And if you want to join my veggie garden, definitely do that as well. We would love to have you, and there's a plethora of helpful people who can assist you with strategies and such. And I'm going to be making an announcement, not in this video, but very soon, concerning my Discord and something exciting that's going to be happening at the end of the month. So be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, let's actually get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the thing that I am most excited for. Fucking Flans! I love them all. They're so cute. They were annoying as fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 to get all the high scores and shit, but they are fucking adorable, cutesy little heartless. I love, love, love all of them. So there's Supernova Plus Plus Cherry Flan, Watermelon Flan, Honeydew Flan, Strawberry Flan, Banana Flan, Grape Flan, Orange Flan, and then of course the combo medal, the Flantastic 7. The combination medal is definitely juicy. Now I'm not gonna go through all of them. Basically, each and every single one of them has a very similar ability. They all have the same multiplier. They all cost 1 gauge. Basically, they give reverse metal strength buffs by 5,000 in their inherent ability, and then 5,000 in their supernova abilities. And then they also increase your reverse and then whatever attribute the medal is, strength, by 5 tiers. Same for defense, 5 tiers again in their inherent ability, and then that changes to 7 in their supernova abilities. They're okay medals, but ultimately the one that you really will be able to use is the Flantastic 7 medal. So this is a reverse magic tier 10 medal with a base power of 49,158. It requires 4 gauges and its multiplier is 20.40. It deals 5 hits, and for 1 turn it increases reverse metal strength by 10,000, increases your reverse and PSM strength by 15 tiers, decreases your enemy's reverse and PSM defenses by 15 tiers, and increases your guilt bonus by 200%. Its supernova increases your reverse metal strength by 12,000 for 1 turn, increases your reverse and PSM strength by 15 tiers, decreases your enemy's reverse and PSM defenses by 15 tiers, increases your guilt bonus by 300%, and then triggers before slot 1 in PvP or in PvE if you have auto mode on. The biggest selling point for all of the Flan medals is that they increase reverse metal strength, and of course the Flantastic 7 offers the most of that, so that 10,000 and 12,000 that we're seeing in the Sora, Riku, and Kairi and the new Terra, Venta, and Aqua medals. And this medal has a very good multiplier. This is a solid reverse magic medal, and you should strive to get it. Now the interesting thing is it's not necessarily in a specific event. None of these medals are in a specific event, but in order to get all 8 of these medals, you need to collect enough Sora and Moogle B medals. Now Sora and Moogle B itself, it only increases a medal's strength by 100 and its defense as well by 100, so its ability is not that great, but the amount that you get over this campaign period, which is from the 14th up until the 4th of October, is what determines how many of the Flantastic 7 medals you will be able to get. From the looks of it, you'll be able to get all 7 of the base Flantastic medals if you get 85 Sora and Moogle B medals, and you can get the Flantastic 7 combination medal if you get 100 at the minimum. And we'll be able to get all of these Sora and Moogle B medals a variety of ways. It looks like we're going to be able to get it through our daily missions, through the high score challenge, through the Organization 13 battle event, through Union Cross, and through a whole bunch of other things that they've probably got planned throughout the month. I guarantee you will probably be able to get some maybe in the big bonus challenge that's coming out this month.
Who knows?
They're throwing them in VIP as well. And they also are a part of the Terra, Aqua, and Ventus banners, which we will talk about those in a second because those banners are equally as good as the Sora, Riku, and Kairi banners in terms of value. But yes, I am excited to get all Flantastic 7 medals. I do plan on getting as many Sora and Moogle B medals. That means I'm going to be ranking in high score challenge. I'm going to be doing Union Cross. I'm going to be doing whatever I can in order to get as many of these medals as I can so I can get my babies. Oh, and also as a quick side note for the Union Cross thing, the spirit part that you can get, fucking love it. Also coming out are 2 different new skill boards, and they are actually really good. One is more geared towards rating, so that's with all of the Lux Plus skills, but the B board also has really good skills. It has a new one as well, the Attack Boost 13 Max and Attack Prize Plus. Now, for those of you that don't know what Attack Prize Plus is, because they rarely give out this skill now, it basically allows you to get more of the little orange orbs that enemies drop that restore your gauges. Now, this used to be very important in the very distant past, but now doesn't really mean much now that we have so many medals that can do gauge restoration. So, and I think it's interesting that they're releasing it right now. I guess they had to find something to throw in the board, but still, it's an Attack Boost 13 Max. Throw it on one of your medals. It's not going to hurt anything. All right, now let's get on to the Terra, Aqua, and Ventus banner. The banner format is absolutely amazing. So let's actually talk about Supernova Plus plus Illustrated Terra first. He is a tier 10 upright power medal, single target, which is very important. We'll talk about that in a second, with a base power of 50,494. It requires 3 gauges, and it has a flat out multiplier of 22.80. Wonderful. He deals 13 hits, and for 1 turn, he increases power metal strength by 10,000, increases your general upright and power strength by 15 tiers, and decreases the enemy's defenses by the same amount for the same attributes, increases your guilt bonus by 220%, and does not affect enemy counters. His Supernova increases power metal strength by 12,000, increases your general upright and power strength by 15 tiers, decreases your enemy's general defense, upright, and power defense by 15 tiers, increases your guilt bonus by 320%, and triggers before slot 1 is activated when defending in PvP, or if you have auto on in PvE. He's a pretty standard medal, just gives full buffs and debuffs for general upright and power strength and power defense and all of that, which is pretty good. His power metal strength buffs are very decent. They rival the Riku that just came out. His multiplier is higher than Riku's, though he does lack the mastery ability. And of course, he is a single target medal, which for a lot of people definitely puts this medal in a very awkward place and kind of downplays whatever this medal's positive attributes would have been. Now, there are ways to get around this single target problem, and that comes in the form of Supernova Plus plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Lee, and also Supernova Plus Ava. Both of these medals have an ability to turn the medal that comes after it into AoE medals, so you can use something like that to turn Terra into an AoE medal, and he will do massive amounts of damage, especially against speed enemies. But also, I don't really see him being a single target as too much of an issue because a lot of higher tier content pits you against one single enemy. Overall, I do find him to be an okay medal. He gives the standard metal strength that we expect, which is the same that Sora, Kairi, and Riku offered. Pretty decent in terms of buffing, and if you have a single target enemy or you can change him into AoE, he will do massive amounts of damage. Now let's talk about Ventus, which is probably the most unique one out of all 3, only because of this mastery ability. He is a tier 10 AoE upright speed medal with a base strength of 50,770 with chips and dales, so this is actually slightly higher than Terra's. He requires 3 gauges, and he has a multiplier of 20.6, which is absolutely respectable. His inherent ability is mastery, deals 13 hits for 1 turn, increases speed metal strength by 10,000, increases your general upright and speed strength by 15 tiers, decreases the enemy's defenses by the same amount for the same attributes, increases your guilt bonus by 220%, and does not affect counters. His Supernova is pretty much the same as Terra, but for speed metals. So he increases speed metal strength by 12,000, does full buffs and debuffs, increases your guilt bonus by 320%, and also activates before slot 1 when defending in PvP or if you are in PvE. The biggest thing that's interesting about him is his mastery mastery ability, which we did not see until the illustrated Riku that just came out. He offers pretty decent metal strength buffs. He has a pretty decent multiplier, and that's pretty much, you know, all that's really good about him. All right, and finally, let us discuss the bae of the trio, Aqua. She is an upright magic tier 10 metal with a base strength of 50,831. This is bigger than both Ventus and Terra's base power. She requires 3 gauges. She has a multiplier of 20.20, and she deals 4 hits. For 1 turn, she increases magic metal strength by 10,000, increases your general upright and magic strength by 15 tiers, and decreases the enemy's defenses for the same attributes by the same amount, increases your guild bonus by 220%, reflects 100% magic, does not affect enemy counters, pierces defense boost by 30%, and turns the next metal into magic. Her supernova is for 1 turn, magic metal strength increased by 12,000, does full buffs and debuffs for magic upright and general, increases your guild bonus by 320%, and triggers before slot 1 is activated when defending in PvP or if you have auto mode on in PvE. So basically the magic metal version of Terra and Ventus. The only difference with her is that it seems like she is also geared for PvP because of her piercing defense boost. The thing that sucks about her is that her supernova doesn't pierce defense boost, so that's kind of unfortunate in terms of PvP, but she's still going to be powerful in regards to her inherent ability. She basically is an elevated Elsa, which is, you know, it's fine, it's cute. She offers good metal strength buffs like the other 2, and that's about it. So all 3 of these metals are pretty decent. They're okay. As far as whether or not you should pull on them, if you have the Sora, Riku, and Kairi that just came out, you don't necessarily need these metals. Skip! But still, great metal strength buffs for all of them. And really, it ultimately depends on what your needs are. If you need a PvP metal, go for Aqua. And if you need basic ass shit for PvE, all of them are pretty viable to go for. Me personally, I am simping for Aqua because I just want her. She's my bae. I plan on getting all of the girls, so I already have Kairi. Aqua's next, and then of course Xion is going to be next, which I have high hopes for the RLX trio. Hopefully they will be good and won't be as disappointing for some people like the Terra, Aqua, and Ventus metals are. I mean, they're alright. They cute. It is what it is. So the really good thing about these banners is that they are exactly the same as the Sora, Riku, and Kairi banners. They offer 9 Supernova Plus medals, so great value. Also decent odds. You can get each one in the other banners, so if you're pulling for Aqua, you have a chance to get Terra and Ventus. There's only one major difference in this banner between the Sora, Riku, and Kairi banners, and that is the lack of gems. Instead of gems, you get a Sora and Moogle B medal, so that's really cool that they are allowing you to get these medals simply by pulling. You only get 1 though for each pull. Other than that, these banners are exactly the same. Falling price, 10 mercy, great value. And I will be going for Miss Aqua Hunty Bunty on both of my accounts, so look out for a pull video for that. But that's gonna end this video, y'all. What are you most excited for? The Flantastic 7 medals, the new Terra, Aqua, and Ventus banners, which are absolutely great in terms of the value that you can get. I would love to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Also, make sure you collect your 10,000 jewels. They just sent out new ones today. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.